NATO is responsible for Russia's invasion of Ukraine, South African President Ramaphosa claims. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post hot juicy news update, please click on the notification bell. There have been concerns on the need to stop the war going on between Russia and Ukraine. There have been a race of efforts to dig out where the crisis began and what are the factors responsible. Many global leaders have spoken up in the condemnation of the war. Just yesterday, the president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, openly blamed the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, for fueling the crisis that eventually led to the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, Channel Television's report. According to the South African president, Cyril Ramaphosa, the war could have been avoided if NATO had heeded the warnings from amongst its own leaders and officials over the years that its eastward expansion will lead to the greater, not less, instability in the region. This was also based on the agreements that have been arrived at in the past by various parties. Those are the words of Ramaphosa, the South African president, not only condemning the role NATO plays in the crisis, he also condemned the use of force by Russia in response. Ramaphosa further stated that while it is important to articulate the various causes of the conflict and advocate for peace-building measures, we cannot, however, condone the use of force or violation of international laws. The conflict in Ukraine demonstrates the need for a multilateral approach to issues of peace and security. It also demonstrates the weaknesses and the structure and practices and architecture of the United Nations. The composition of the UN Council, in particular, does not reflect the realities of the prevailing global landscape. If what Cyril Ramaphosa openly declared about the role of NATO in the crisis is true, one may begin to wonder why other leaders at the global level has not spoken up. The war has consumed many innocent citizens and soldiers. Over 1.5 million has already been displaced, as reported by Al Jazeera, BBC, and CNN. It is important for international organizations, according to Cyril Ramaphosa, to openly embrace the truth in the crisis and take steps to address it before it goes beyond regional crisis. Wow. Well, this is why I've been saying NATO should, everybody, the West, EU, NATO, everybody, allow these people, just leave them alone, first of all. Don't side anybody. Don't come out and say, I stand with this person or I did not stand with this person. Just leave them alone. Leave them alone. Yes, leave them alone. You cannot say, oh, you want to help them, you want to assist them, and they are also dying. And you're not helping them technically. You're not helping them technically, but you're saying you want to help them. And the people are dying. To me, it is being cunning and tricky. And of course, it's not right. God bless you, Mr. President, for speaking the truth when it matters. The West thought Putin is a dummy. Anyone who has the brain knows the mission of NATO, an instrument of expansionism and conquest. And Russia cannot allow such habingas to live within your boundaries, for it is going against the initial agreement. Propaganda and sanctions that I know cannot make Russia bend in a position, which is no NATO within her boundaries. You are very correct, Mr. President, okay? Does all this justify the Russian invasion of Ukraine? Putin is a war criminal. Let him immediately hand over and resign from the seat of power. Things are not going to be that easy. Okay. This is the impact of poor education of African leaders. They just believe what suits them. What is this from a fossil guy talking? You should go and read about Putin's ambition of Greater Russia, Chechnya, Georgia, Crimea, Ukraine, and his station in Moldova, which was supposed to be his next port of call. It is not an egoistic coward. Why didn't he move near Latvia, United States, which is just 2 kilometers from Ukraine? Unfortunately, it is you that is uninformed. The president is very correct. Instead of people to start wasting saliva now on very expensive, as in after eating very expensive food, I think the best thing is, number one, it's not our fight. Number two, if you're making use of it, you should ensure that what the most important thing is, so that people will stop dying and this war will come to an end. NATO should respect the agreements reached over the years. Both sides have accomplished shares the blame. Exactly. Yes, we're going to say everybody has a part to blame here, but he also had a part to blame. So you have spoken well on fellas. The nature are economic bandits. Nobody wants armed robber to stay with him or even in his neighborhood. This is Putin's stand. Okay. Very correct. I'm proud of you for speaking the truth. Will any of the NATO countries accept this kind of expansion in their sphere? We've forgotten the Cuba crisis. Exactly what I'm saying. I do not think any NATO will do that. Any NATO official. No. That is just it. So these people should stay on their own. Allow these people to breathe in. Allow them see the gravity of what is happening to them. Allow them and, how am I going to put it? Allow them to settle their differences without, having to, because at the end of the day, I see them settling their differences. Now I'm saying, instead of you to settle your differences when everything is almost lost, why not now? Yes, things have been lost now, but I tell you, it is better they call ceasefire now.